I think I'm thinking of real life Paul Walker who dated a 17-year-old.
The model kit doers are gonna fucking hate me for this. Do you hate women?
Yes, that's like my whole deal.
Megatron has fallen. I am your leader. Follow me.
The Last Ronin is a great Ninja Turtles comic because the first issue, you don't know who the Last Ronin is. You just know that it's in the far future and 3 of the 4 have died.
Damn.
And so the whole issue, you're trying to guess which of the 4 it is. Mm-hmm. And then at the end, I mean, spoilers to viewers, at the end of the first issue, it pulls back and it's Michelangelo. And that is such a cool subversion of like, because it's fine. It's like he's like the greatest warrior of the 4 and was able to survive. Damn. But usually in Transformers media, he's like the one that is an idiot.
Transformers?
I'm so cooked.
I ruined you forever.
It's because I look in your direction and all I see is Transformers and I go, everything is Transformers now. But in Ninja Turtles media, usually he's the one who's like the silly one, the unserious one. Mm-hmm. So it's really, really cool to have him be like in the far future. He's the most battle-hardened. And then they announced a movie and a video game based on that comic, and then they canceled both of them.
Love.
So
just like
so cool.
Like most Transformers games.
Literally.
Yeah.
Have we talked about this, about the 07 or 08 or whatever Bayverse PS2 game?
Oh my god, that you were mentioning briefly.
Yeah, because I loved that game as a kid. I had a cousin that had it.
So what was the name? Because my friend was telling me about, oh my god, Rise of the Darkspark yesterday, which was like a line continuity, which I don't know shit about the continuities, but it's apparently a line continuity, which means, no, it's the game. It's a sequel to Fall of Cybertron, which I've talked about on the show before.
Yep.
But it's also like a Bayverse game.
Oh, interesting.
So it's just kind of like, it's a sequel to that, and it's part of the line continuity of its Bayverse, if I'm remembering right.
I don't know. I think the one that I played as a kid was just called Transformers.
Oh,
I think because it was like it was overtly a Bayverse game. Like it looked like it had all the stylings.
Okay.
But I remember it being like somewhat open world. It looked a lot like like the early 2000s Need for Speed games, where it was like, even probably like GTA as well, where it's like somewhat open world in like a city, and you can just smash like a bunch of stuff. Yeah, that was a lot of what it was. Because I remember the actual transformations look awesome. Like you could be running as Optimus and then just jump and transform and land as a truck.
Damn,
like, it was sweet. I wonder if it would hold up today. And I have no idea like if the game was good. I just remember like the visuals at the time being like mind blowing. Yeah. One time, this is funny because I just remembered this based on that. When I was a kid, I used to get really, really bad like ocular migraines, and I still get them every once in a while. Where
me
like,
too.
Yeah, I'll get like a big blind spot in my vision. I remember one time I was probably like 10 or 11, so 2009, 2010, and we were on a road trip somewhere, and I was reading the novelization of the first Bayverse movie, and I had like the little mass market paperback of it. And I was working through it, and I started to get a migraine during it. But I was so like driven to read the book that I was like holding it up so I could read it out of my peripheral vision. Oh my god! So I'm like trying and trying, and I had to give up. But the migraines were so bad, and I was like young enough that I didn't really get what was going on. I remember that it was so bad I didn't go back and finish the book because I was so like, that was such a horrible experience.
That sucks.
But I'm sure that now that novelization would read insane because it's like the classic Romeo and Juliet law scene and all of it. Yeah, that's in Bayverse Transformers.
Yeah,
I think
that's in Bayverse Transformers.
I always mix it up with Fast and the Furious.
Oh god, but what did they do?
I think it's not. I think I'm thinking of real life Paul Walker who dated a 17-year-old. So here we are.
We're
Megatron.
Rolling? We're rolling.
Yes, we're rocking. What's the Megatron update? He told me before we started rolling there's something surprising happening on this episode. No, I'm scared. The black bag.
Okay. Yeah, there's a gun in here.
Oh, perfect. Okay. Oh shit. Something big is happening right now. If there's a figure stand coming out.
My pen case.
Also, Mick owned an accessory that is an all-black challenge, Impossible Edition.
The zipper on this is actually broken, but I didn't want to bring my big fucking, like, cowboy bag, so...
I'm hearing jingling and jangling as though there is an entire unbuilt Lego set in there.
I'm trying to find something right now. Be patient with me.
I'm so scared.
Damn, I don't know where this shit is.
Oh, no. Okay. It's there. We're going to go by feel.
Yeah, we're... What the fuck? Well, anyway.
The figure stand. That thing is hardcore.
It's really hardcore.
That's sick, though. I have one of those on the action figure display up there, but it's... Oh my god, look at it!
Play with him.
Holy shit.
And...
Oh my god!
You're gonna need some hands-free, girl.
Okay, wait. Does it transform?
No.
Okay. Oh my god, wait, hang on. These are crazy!
And they had to be folded up and contorted all weird because they're in my bag.
Oh my god. Here, hold this so I can look. Wait. There's so many
You
things.
think I'm done?
There's so many things.
You think I'm done, girl?
Whoa! Are these blockies? Where are these from? Did you just clean out a store somewhere? Oh my god!
So you know I've been talking about the action edition of Blockies, the big ones?
Yeah!
So I got one for Christmas very generously from my family. And I just finished putting it together last night because it was very important to me that I finish it before the podcast. Now press this to his chest.
Okay.
Now do it again.
Oh my god!
Isn't that kick-ass?
This is so crazy.
I thought
So this is the larger size. I've never seen one of them.
I know, I hadn't either.
I'm holding like a million guys here.
I know, I can hold some for you if you would
here.
like.
Just take the small because I want to see this and see all this articulation. But
Yes. The fingers fold, which is lovely.
oh my god! Yeah, articulated fingers is crazy.
This is apparently one of the better ones.
I mean, this is like the prettiest Transformers figure I have ever seen by such a huge margin.
He looks very good.
He looks amazing.
He looks pretty damn fine.
To the viewer, I wish you could see it. Unbelievable. I mean, this is it. Like the colors are so vibrant.
They really are.
Wow, and the sound effects is so cool. So what, is there just like a big block in the middle that has like a chip and a sound bite and everything in it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Which I didn't know. There was a vague instruction that was in a million different languages that I didn't really read.
Sure.
I was just like so focused on
You
building
can
it.
build blockies mostly on instinct.
Yeah. I mean, with this one, you actually have to it's like a Gundam. You have to do the whole shebang. I will say, not nearly. I might have cut out there. I'm not nearly as flimsy as this Furai. Very beautiful to look at, but
yeah. When we built the Megatron, that was the most noticeable thing. Is that like those model kits are a lot more delicate.
They're light.
They're light and they're nice. They look amazing, but it is like if you get something wrong and you pop something in the wrong place or it breaks or whatever, you're pretty much screwed.
It's done.
I love the blockies for the fact that they're pretty durable. Like they feel.
Just fell
just
off.
threw it on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah. Relationship ended with Megatron. Now Soundwave is my best friend.
Yeah, and she comes with 4 guys, her 4 children.
Oh, all of those were included?
Yeah, all these were included.
That is so sick.
And look, you get Rumble, and Rumble even you can tumble with Rumble. And
oh my god! Is
like,
Rumble normally the cassette tape?
Yeah, these are all the
okay.
cassettes. I dropped one.
Wow. This is so cool. Oh, he has both, or she. What are we deciding?
I use it interchangeably. The
okay,
robots.
they have both cannons on the shoulders.
Oh yeah, and you can take that one out and like flip it around. Oh wait, actually, let me show you. That one gets erect. Yeah. Can I show you my erection?
I think I started to move it.
Do whatever you want.
I think I started to move it in the
oh yeah.
Way. Okay.
My only complaint is that the pieces kind of come apart a little bit easier than I would like.
Sure.
All right, hold her for me.
Okay.
So this, you can flip that in.
Yep.
And then this comes. My nails are really long right now, so I'm scared of breaking them. That comes out.
Okay.
See what I fucking mean?
Oh.
Anyway.
Okay, but it's not broken.
No.
Okay, good.
I was just very flimsy.
Yeah.
And I'm very strong.
I mean, I guess I would rather be flimsy and not break in half than like.
Very true.
This is so sick. It's so pretty. This is selling me so hard on these. I swear to all that is good and holy, by the end of 2026, Blocky sponsorship. We need us to send them a wave of figures.
Yeah, send me that Jetfire ASA fucking P.
Even literally, like, you send one good one to each of us, and we will sing the praises of this company forever. I don't think they've missed with a single figure yet, so I would absolutely love to work with them. This is so cool.
Okay, I think I fixed it.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So you pull that out, and then that comes out, and then it's a blaster you can put in her hand.
Oh, for holding.
For holding.
Oh my god.
And then I can even... Yeah, but it's very lovely. I am still not very well versed in model kits, so like, the model kit doers are gonna fucking hate me for this. I didn't file anything down. I didn't like use any tweezers. I didn't do anything crazy, but yeah, it was very fun to build. I just built it with my hands. It hurt after a while, but I still did it. I was like rushing to complete it before the podcast.
The pain of the model kit is what matters.
Really, truly. But yeah, it looks kick-ass.
This is a stunning piece of podcast decor.
I know.
Wow, it's so cool. Okay, put it in your shot so that
okay.
She's ready. And here's the magnet.
Oh.
Or the whatever that thing
it's
is.
like a magnet thing?
That's an odd piece to have as the... Okay, yeah, what does that do? There's little levers on the back of the feet, everybody.
Play with them.
Okay.
It's a toy. You have to play with it.
I'm scared.
Don't be scared.
I'm supposed to...
You can pop those out if you would like. And you can spin one, and you can flip the switch of another.
What's moving when I pop that? I put it up, and then...
Yeah, it's just a thing that you can do.
Oh, it's just a tactile. Okay.
Yeah, but also you can flip that back leg portion up, and I think it's supposed to be speakers in there.
Wait, this part?
The white part on the back of the leg.
Uh-huh. Can go
You're
up.
holding a mic.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
On,
Okay,
hold
you
on,
do
hold
it.
on, hold on, hold on.
I want to see it, but you do it so I can see.
I also haven't done it yet, so... I'm like, you do it.
Open the episode with Playing with Toys ASMR.
And we're like struggling.
We're like, this thing is sick as hell. How do you do it? What part do you use? I don't know.
You know what? This is just going to come off.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I don't give a fuck.
Get the guts and innards.
I don't give a fuck. I'll abuse you.
It's just broken. You just disassemble the entire thing.
I had to do that. Ah!
Did it break?
No.
Okay.
Wait. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh,
that's
no!
fine, though.
Will
wait,
it'll still go back on?
Break. Oh, wait. What the fuck did I do? Oh, I'm a fucking idiot. It's this part. It's not the white part on the back. It's this part. I was in a fugue state.
With Soundwave broken.
I was in a fugue state when I made this. I won't lie to you.
It should still snap together, hopefully, right?
No, yeah, it'll be fine.
Okay.
I just gotta figure out how this goes back on.
You just locked in for like a couple hours and then it arrived and you have no idea what any of it does.
I was building the stand last night, like the simplest thing to build in a model kit, and I was like screaming in a call with my friend. I was crashing the fuck out. I was so over it.
I mean, I have
it was
that
so
even
much fun to
sometimes with
build.
the little blockies where I'm like, I get halfway through it and I'm like, oh, so it's missing a piece. This piece does not exist. Or like I'm trying to put something together and I'm like, there's no way it goes like this. And then I'm like, oh, we're fine.
It's that.
Oh, sweet.
Okay. And it goes on both sides and then it comes out a little bit and then you just push it back in.
That's
anyway, sorry.
so cool. Oh my God.
And I'm trying to get Laserbeak to be able to hold onto his arm too, because that's also a thing you can do.
So
but I have to...
cool. Oh my God.
But yeah, I wanted to bring that for the podcast, and then I can bring
is...
my wife home and put her in secret
there
places
you go.
later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because while she is obviously your queen, your goddess, less visually striking as a piece of background decor, whereas this stands out in a big way.
Don't you talk shit about
Well,
my
just
wife
because it's
like
gray.
Do you hate women?
Yes, that's like my whole deal.
Do you hate
girls
women?
Girls are overrated and all that stuff, and gross and have cooties and stuff.
Yeah,
that's like my whole platform. So
yeah.
I think the real sell on this podcast is that you can hear me without my like TikTok girl voice on. Because when I'm on TikTok, it's like I'm trying because it's like a couple minutes so I can maintain it. When we start this, I'm like, well, I can't maintain it, so I'm just gonna not try. Over time, it'll probably change, but anyway, back to Transformers. So cool. This is such a sweet kit. This looks amazing.
I know. There's a couple more. There's a lot of Bayverse ones. There is the Transformers 1.
Transformers 1. Yeah. Because they have those at the spot that we go to here that we will not dox.
No.
I don't know. I'm big on shouting out places that I go. Like, I've talked a lot about, like, different comic shops and stuff.
I would shout it out if I knew how to pronounce the name. I'll be honest with you. I don't know how to pronounce the name of that store. It's, The Seattleites
it's in the Westlake Mall.
It's in the Westlake Mall. I believe his name is Jose, our fucking goat that gives us free stuff sometimes because we go there so much.
The last time we were in there, he was like, "Here you go, like free stuff."
He gave us his last 2 silver trackers.
Literally maybe my figure of the year.
Yeah, he's so sweet. He's so lovely.
If you handed me a silver action figure, it was over for me. I got the Mark 1 Iron Man that I love. I got the Silver Surfer, and I got the tracker.
Thank you.
And amazing. Did this figure stand come with it?
It did.
Wow. Yeah. Oh my god. It's like pulling teeth to get a figure stand for any other action figure, so that is amazing.
Oh, really?
And those things, the blockies all stand up really well on their own.
They very much do.
Actually, while you put that up, I'm going to grab the couple that I just got recently to talk about.
Yes.
Breaking the illusion of the show by leaving the frame. There's
Is this the right way?
And I'm just...
You can really tell I haven't messed around with this yet, because I'm all like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah. So cool. That is so sick. Great scale, too.
Really good scale. I'm very satisfied with it. I love that you can pose the fingers. Even the thumb is like super
Articulated
posable.
fingers is such a hard thing to pull off in a good action figure, and when done right is like the highlight of the figure.
Yeah.
There's a Mark 1 Iron Man from Marvel Legends from like 10 years ago, and that thing sucks so bad. And one of the reasons it sucks is because it has articulated fingers and they look so bad. And I'm always like, if you can pull it off, it's the best. It's just hard to do at that scale, but Transformers lend themselves really well to that, which is cool.
Yeah.
So cool.
Literally, my only complaint about the figure is that the parts come off a little bit too easy. And I know why they do, but it's just still a little obnoxious when you're posing them.
One of the weird things about the model kits, too, is maybe this is totally made up and I'm imagining
you can pinch it to open it.
Oh my god. This is like the most premium setup I've ever seen. The way that I'm going to be online after this episode buying one of these so fast.
And feel free to...
So cool.
I leave my precious toys at her abode when I'm not here, so she takes care of them for me, and I trust you to play with him all you want.
I see Grimlock on the daily.
I know, my son.
I'm always like, okay, it's okay. You're safe. I know your dad's not here, but you're still loved. He's unhoused. Well, he lives here, so...
What do you have to say to the people?
We go, yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. But yeah.
So cool.
And then this goes right here so you can pull out that party trick anytime you like.
Oh, it goes on the stand. I was going to ask why it's kind of a strange black blob, but it's the logo. Okay.
You know what? I forgot. You can also do this. You can press the button. This doesn't do anything. It's just there to put in the chest.
Oh my god.
But you can press the button.
Everything you reveal about this thing, I'm like, this is the greatest figure I've ever seen. What you got to do, the stretch goal of this can be when we make real money from this podcast, we get the Lego set. And then you compare and contrast.
Oh, girl.
It seems like there's a lot of like cool features of this that I doubt the Lego set has. But
girl.
I think that here's the tape. I think the Lego set transforms, which is the one thing it might have on this guy, but still very, very cool. We've had quite the Blockies binge. That is the highlight of our decor for sure.
I know.
I have these are the 3 that I got recently that will relate to a piece of your decor that you're now taking down, but it's okay.
Yes.
So you're gonna have to help me with names because I don't know.
Yeah.
There we go. I don't know all my names here, but this very, very cool. It's a jet. I don't know.
Try.
Jetfire.
Again.
Oh, is it Starscream?
Yes.
Okay.
Girl.
I thought that was the other one. It's Starscream, right?
It's Starscream.
On our we made a TikTok where we talked about which Transformer has the highest kill count, and a lot of those comments say that it's Starscream.
He kills a lot, but he hasn't killed. He doesn't eat planets, you know.
Right. Well, so a lot of people I think are saying like Unicron's one thing, but in terms of like active genocides on purpose, Megatron takes it pretty handily. But a lot of people say it's Starscream. People
just like Starscream. Can I be so for real? Like, I love Starscream as much as the next guy. He was my favorite growing up. He's like still pretty up there.
Yeah.
But I just don't think.
Give me your objective top 5 gun to your head Transformers characters.
Oh God. That's really fucking hard. Megatron, my wife. Grimlock, my son. I don't really need the other 3.
Wow.
I like them that much.
Amazing.
If I cry looking at like images of this, I think there's something there, you know?
Yeah.
Who else Ravage is up there. I don't know if she's top 5, but like there is a very, I really like how she is handled in IDW.
Okay.
There's a page that makes me bawl my fucking eyes out
Yeah.
every time I see it. Cyclonus is also up there. I've loved him
Okay.
ever since I was a teenager. He's just really fun. I believe he was voiced by Leonard Nimoy in the cartoon.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet. Okay,
Leonard
cool.
Nimoy voiced someone, not Galvatron. I don't think Galvatron. He voiced someone in the movie, and then he
Maybe.
voiced Cyclonus in the show. I believe
Oh,
is
sweet.
how it
Okay,
goes.
Cool. That's sweet.
Yeah, he's cool as fuck. He's really
But you're
cool in
really
IDW.
scraping for the remaining 3. Like, it's those 2 in such a big way.
Yeah, Starscream is also up there.
Yeah.
God, there's just so many good characters. But,
Yeah.
like, when it comes to ones that I want toys of, because
Yeah.
that's how I know it's, like, real.
Sure. Which is an area we are very, very different in. It's like I'll own, like, every appearance in comics and, like, all the action figures of a character, and then I'll be like, yeah, I mean, they're in, like, top 100, I guess. I don't really, like... I know it's an obsession when I'm getting, like, art prints from the 80s of that character. That's when I'm being like, oh, okay, all right. It's a little, you know.
Yeah.
Like, when I got, like, this Sleepwalker thing, I was like, okay, Sleepwalker's now, like, top tier because I, like, got the creator of Sleepwalker signed that. So I'm like, okay, now that's how we know.
And I'm like, if I like it enough, I have to own something
Yeah.
physical of it. This is a good example of that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, your Steelbook of Transformers 1. Such a beautiful movie. They're going to find my body after this episode. Beautiful. If you were in the Criterion Closet, you'd be just looking around going, you guys have Transformers the movie? Or like,
Girl, I'd be looking for Mandy. I love that movie. I want a DVD of it so
the
fucking
idea of
bad.
leaving the Criterion Closet with Transformers the movie and Mandy is so fun.
And they call her Death. Austin Snell, best movie ever fucking made.
Damn. Yeah, what's the Criterion Closet dig? I think I would
You first, actually.
actively turn down the Criterion Closet because I don't know enough and I'm not pretentious enough, and people would just make fun of me. It's like when they do the letterbox, like, list your top 4 movies on the red carpet, I'm always like, oh, I would get murdered. Like, I would say that, and then people would be online being like, you need to retire from entertainment immediately. Because my top 4 on Letterboxd, and this is nauseating, is I think I can remember all 4. I at least know 3. Citizen Kane is the first one.
Oh, of course.
Which, like, yeah, you say that out loud, and people are like, okay, like, I'm gonna hit you. Memento, which I stand by. I think
that's a good movie.
probably
Yeah.
Nolan's best movie.
I've never seen Citizen Kane, so I know that people love it.
Citizen Kane, I like because I have nostalgic attachment to it from when I was a kid. It's not because of all the stupid reasons that, like, film bros will talk about. I have none of that. And then my other 2 are Napoleon Dynamite.
Work.
Which I love that movie. I don't think anybody should ever shit on it. Like, it's so good. And my last one is Jonah the VeggieTales movie.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, we've talked about that.
So most people are like, oh, yes, I'm thinking of, like, this beautiful silent French film from 1913, and it's like, you know, this woman who has an affair with 8 men in one night, and it's so beautiful. It's just like cigarettes and bread and whatever. And it's like, okay.
Cigarettes and Bread, my favorite movie.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. Cigarettes and bread.
Yep.
Fags and baguettes. That's
Fags and bags.
Yeah, exactly. That's the pun I was. Yeah, there you go. Yes, teamwork. I was so close to figuring it out, and we nailed it. I just feel like Jonah doesn't hit that cinephile mark that people like to aspire to.
I mean, I don't know many people that can say VeggieTales is one of my favorite movies ever made. There's something special about that, and, like, inherently Petra about that.
That's true. That's true. I actually do think that, yeah, those 4 movies do a really good job of, like, summarizing who I am as a person, and they're some of the only movies that if someone was like, you pick the movie, no judgment, or like show a new movie to somebody, those I'm gonna pick from those 4 pretty much every time. And I feel like that's the better, rather than being like, these are the greatest films ever made. It's like, I know that all 4 of those movies are not of the objective highest standard of, like, filmmaking ever, but they are the ones I enjoy the most. And that's what it is. I kind of dislike when people get super pretentious about it. And it's like, well, do you like them, or do you think that you should like them because they're, like, well made?
That's my thing, is that I'm, like, so pretentious about movies, but also my top 4 is Fight Club, Lawrence of Arabia, Transformers the movie 1986, and Mandy. And Mandy and Transformers are constantly like switching places order-wise.
I didn't know Lawrence of Arabia was in your top 4. I knew Fight Club for sure. And obviously Transformers. I guess we had talked about Mandy recently, so I knew that. But Lawrence of Arabia, the only thing I know about that whole movie is the one cut from blowing out the whatever the
one of the best
match
match cut.
Yeah. But that's the only thing I know about that movie. Isn't it like 3.5 hours long?
It's 4 hours.
Oh my god!
It's like 4 hours 20 minutes or something. 4:20.
That's if you.
I don't smoke, but
if you pitched me the idea of going to see it in the theater, I would. But
that's the
I've
thing.
never like sat down and watched it.
So I also own it, like a fancy collector's edition of it on DVD. So I could do like a whole make believe theater situation.
Sure.
But the first and only time I've ever seen it was in 70mm at the Cinerama before it was owned by Sif. Love. It was like one of the last things I saw before they closed down.
Oh my god.
It was a 70mm film festival. Must have been like 2017 or something. But it was just a life-changing theater experience. Like I cannot even lie.
Amazing.
They still had food. They still had food at the Cinerama, so we got to like
dinner, 4-hour movie on 70mm.
It was so good.
That's
and
so
like,
cool.
My dad took me and my mom, and he had to really sell us on it because we were like 4-hour movie. What? Why? But it's one of his favorite movies of all time. And it's one of my grandfather's favorite movies of all time, which I didn't know until right before he passed.
The movie is long enough
like,
that all of them have seen it one time.
Which is crazy. It's so insane. But yeah, I've been fiending to see it in theaters again. So I'm like, I want to show everyone that movie.
Yeah.
It's dated and like Obi-Wan Kenobi's doing brown face in it for like the entire movie.
What? It's Alec Guinness?
Yeah, he's in it.
Oh my
as,
god!
Like one of the main guys. And he's doing brown face the whole movie, as most people are in that movie. But like it's just so good. I don't know how else to put it. It's just unbelievable.
I mean, I know
to
it's
watch.
held in such high regard as a like from a filmmaking perspective, so I'm sure it's a great.
It's a good story. It's a technical marvel of the time. They were like shooting in the like on location in the fucking desert.
Damn.
Or I don't know if on location, but like in a desert.
Mean, yeah, clearly it's not fake. It's not
thousands and thousands of extras on horseback or camelback. Like it's genuinely insane.
Crazy. It's like Cecil B. DeMille's The 10 Commandments.
Of course.
Which is, another classic film that everyone knows and loves. I do like that movie a lot, but it's clearly in the legacy of something like Lawrence of Arabia.
Oh.
Like instead of now we think of the spectacle films as the ones that are the most faked, but like at the time they would make them by like building a town and populating it with real people and then just shooting there.
That reminds me. I really want to watch that movie that's literally about that. It's like Cinca something New York. It's like the name of a location.
Schenectady?
I think so,
I think is what it's called.
I don't know how it's pronounced.
I've not seen it, but I've heard the name.
I've been wanting to watch it for...
What's the premise?
It's literally like a guy builds a 1-to-1 replica of a street in New York City or something, or like a borough of New York City to make a film.
Interesting.
Something like that, and I've been wanting to watch it for forever.
Huh. Well, speaking of, this dovetails into something I was going to ask you about, which is, did you see Marty Supreme?
No, but I heard about it from my cousin on Christmas, and she was like, I want to see this so bad.
Yeah.
She's getting into the habit of asking me to take her to see movies because she knows I'm not going to, like, gatekeep what she sees. Yep. Like, before I watched Chainsaw Man, she was like, will you take me to see Rezark? And I was like, yeah, time and place, girl. I'll be your guardian.
Nice.
Like,
That's cool. That's cool. It is, I think that you will like it a lot, given that Fight Club is in your top 4. Because it's one of those movies that... It exists in a very specific genre, which is like movies that like normal guys will misunderstand so fundamentally and make it about how awesome the main character is when that's like the opposite of what the movie is about.
Okay. Don't say any more.
Yeah, I don't want to give you any plot points. I don't want to give you any reason to not watch it. It is like American Psycho or Fight Club or whatever, where it's in the genre of...
I also love American Psycho. That's like in my top 100, yeah.
And American Psycho is also directed by a woman, and when you are in on what
written
the joke
by a gay man.
when you're in on the joke, it becomes really profound. And if you are watching it to get a new personality, it is like horrible for you. It's really scary. That's how I felt about Marty Supreme.
Now you're selling me on it.
Yeah. Also, Tyler, the creator's in it, and he's awesome. He's so good in it.
Oh, yeah. That was like my cousin's pitch to me. Tyler, the creator's new movie. And I was like,
okay,
he's directing
his movie by any means.
I know, but that's like how... She's 14. She gets a pass. But it's that's how she pitched it to me. And I was like, work.
That's how they make it a multiple quadrant movie, is they add rappers. And that's why I saw Transformers Rise of the Beasts when it came out, because Toby Mwigwe, one of my favorite rappers, was in that movie. And he said, I'm in the new Transformers, go see it. And I said, yes, sir. I am on my way right now.
And Vine star Liza Koshy is
So
RC.
true, and Pete Davidson as well. So
Yes,
I was sold
Davidson.
on it from frame one.
And the kid from Hamilton.
Yes, what's
Anthony
his name?
Ramos?
Anthony Ramos,
Yeah.
who cheated on his fiancée, who was also in Hamilton. So people were trying to boycott Transformers because he was. It's a whole deal. I think that started when he did In the Heights, because he did the In the Heights movie and played the main role, and people were really up in arms at the time because he had just cheated on his spouse. And then I think, if I remember right, I'd have to look. He was at the reunion, the Hamilton cast reunion, a couple months ago, but there was clear on stage awkward looks. That's how weird it must be. I don't know. That's all dumb speculating, but I think that I think he has not remained as close with everybody because of that situation. Damn. Which, if you see who it was, Jasmine Cephas Jones is who he was engaged to. Mm-hmm. The man should be beat with a metal pole for cheating on her, because she's the most stunning, amazing, multi-talented, goddess woman, and he's just. It was come on. What are you doing, dude? Really? You're the star of In the Heights? A movie that 30 people saw, and you think you're big enough to oh my God. Stupid. So, anyway.
See, I don't give a shit about actors. They kind of all sleep around and do crazy shit. So
That's true, yeah. Yeah, go see Marty Supreme. That's my summary of it. There are some cameos in that movie that had me out of my seat. I was
really?
I cannot believe this person is in this movie. Some of them are real deep cut, but there was a couple that I was that is so funny. Why is this person here? So
okay,
love
You're
that.
selling me on it.
Yeah, I thought it was a great. There's I don't know. I don't want to reveal any plot stuff, so I don't want to get into the.
I want to go in blind.
Yeah. It's best to go in blind. I went in blind. I was Timothée Chalamet new movie pretty much was all I knew, and then I went in and I benefited from that.
It's so funny because Timothée Chalamet is such an accomplished actor at this point, and a very good character actor, I would say.
Yeah.
He kind of always plays the same genre of dude, but he does it really well.
Yes.
I appreciate him as an actor, but I there's something about the pitch of Timothée Chalamet that when people are oh, it's the new Timothée Chalamet, or the Bob Dylan movie or whatever it was, where you need a little bit more than that. When people are Timothée Chalamet and Tyler, the Creator, I was okay, girl.
Well, yeah, I think all of his best work is when he works with a director who I already am really wanting to see. When he works with Greta Gerwig and he makes Little Women, I'm I'm actually here for a Greta Gerwig movie, and then he's really good.
I always forget that he's in that movie. Yeah. He's the
Bob
new
Dylan,
Steve Buscemi to me. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, he's kind of in everything, and he's really good at what he does.
And also, if he was the only driving force, I wouldn't go see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not going to go see the Steve Buscemi movie.
I'm sorry, Steve Buscemi, who also voiced Starscream, but
He's amazing. Steve Buscemi is really good, and he's
really
always
good.
really good because the projects he's in are really good.
Yeah.
And Chalamet's the same way.
Sorry, I cut you off. Yeah.
No, I'm exactly what you're saying though. I'm agreeing. Because with Greta Gerwig with Little Women, he's great in that. Denis Villeneuve, it's okay, he made Arrival. Of course, his Dune movies are going to be amazing.
So
excited.
Then
Timothée Chalamet is amazing in it, but it's also because I love the director and their work.
Yeah.
What's the other one? Oh, the Bob Dylan one. I would say he's really good in that. And it's James Mangold who made Walk the Line, so he's proven he can make a really good music biopic. He made Logan. He's made great movies that I love. So I'm I'm there for that director.
Guy. Yeah.
And now that guy's making a Star Wars movie. I don't know if you saw that. He's apparently making.
I haven't seen.
I guess you're not on social media.
I don't
see
anything
a year
ever.
ago that they announced it, but
yeah.
He's making the pitch for the James Mangold Star Wars movie is crazy, which is it's a ancient history of the Star Wars universe. The first ever Force user discovers the Force and starts the concept of the Jedi, and that's the pitch. If that works, if that is done right, it will be probably the greatest piece of Star Wars media ever. I can't think of anything that has ever been more exciting.
Yeah, knock on wood.
And instead, what's being made first is the Ryan Gosling X-Wing fighter movie.
It's Top Gun with Ryan Gosling.
Literally. And you know what makes it even better? They've cast a child actor to be who he's carting around with him. Because you know what people love? Pedro Pascal and Baby Yoda. So just do the exact same thing with Ryan Gosling. Put him in an X-Wing, and he's got a little kid he's got to protect.
I'm going to see so much porn of this after that comes out, and I'm not looking forward to it. Not of Ryan Gosling, of Ryan Gosling, of Ryan Gosling, of Ryan Gosling.
God, I was what are you saying?
No, of Ryan Gosling, because I'm sorry, I'm friends with a lot of
We know. We've been extensively discussing for weeks and weeks and weeks how you're friends with everyone who makes depraved art from fandoms online.
I'm friends with a lot of the lesies who like that crazy porn of the old men.
Yes. Yeah.
Old.
Ancient man Pedro Pascal.
Yeah.
Is 45, looks 35, looks 29 on a good day.
Girl, speak on it.
That's what I hate about that. I'm like, an old man, if you're going to find an old man hot, it needs to be...
Kim Bodnia. Like, hit me up, girl. Hit me up. Hit me up, yes.
It needs to be Anthony Hopkins.
Yeah.
It needs to be...
Who's the guy?
People get on TikTok. And
Werner Herzog.
Werner Herzog, yeah. They go, Ethan Hawke. I love older actors. What?
That old-ass man?
Oh my God.
Is the old-ass man?
Daddy. Matthew Lillard?
Is the old man in the room with us? Does he exist? Like, girl, Kim Bodnia.
I've been saying it about
beat it up.
Talk about this if you saw it, but about Josh Brolin in the new Knives Out movie. Josh Brolin. Did you see it?
No.
Oh,
just
my God. We
Josh.
need to synchronize our movie watching because that was like the best movie I've ever seen. Josh Brolin. Oh my God. If you haven't seen it yet and you're saying that about Josh Brolin, you need to be prepared. You need to watch it alone. You need to give yourself space and time to process what you're going to see because it will ruin your life. I already was going to the movie being like the two hottest men in Hollywood.
Daniel Craig.
So that's the other thing. The new Knives Out is crazy because you start watching it and you're like, this is the best movie I've ever seen. Mm-hmm. And then at like the 30-minute mark, you're like, oh, that's right. And Daniel Craig walks in. And you go, I forgot this is a Knives Out movie. And then it gets better and better and better from there. Even Daniel Craig, though, not the hottest, like, old man. He's not that old.
He's not old.
People start saying that about him now, too. And it's like, he's not that old.
He's fucking gorgeous. What about a sex show?
He's got a better haircut in this one.
I know. I love the longer hair on him that he's been rocking ever since after Queer.
And he's gay in the series, so you know.
I love that he's playing faggots now, because I'm like a big fan of the Daniel Craig James Bond movies, which is very controversial. Like, I have so many takes about the James Bond Daniel Craig's.
When Daniel Craig comes out in the Knives Out movie, I thought of that Tom Hardy quote from a couple years ago where he was interviewed for like Variety, and he was like, I'm an actor, of course I've had a lot of gay sex. I was like, that's literally Daniel Craig in this movie.
God, I love Daniel Craig. I love that he's like, I'm going to play the faggots. This one goes out to the hags out there. And he's just like only playing gay guys now.
Literally.
Love.
And those movies do such a good job of like, it's got to be some of the best queer representation I can think of because it's never like... The movie has nothing to do with his personal life. Mm-hmm. So him being gay is a core part of his identity, but it's not a core part of the movie functioning as a movie. So it ends up being so profound and so great. Because you're like, wow, yeah, the regularness of this character who's a genius makes it so great. It's so good. If you haven't seen it, you've seen the other two though, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I love
I
those two movies.
I think it's my new favorite. I think for me now it goes Wake Up Dead Man, then the first one, then Glass Onion. I really like Glass Onion, but one of them has to be the bottom. Yeah.
I really like Glass Onion. It's definitely more rewatchable.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
To me.
I've only seen all of them once. So
I like kind of accidentally have this routine, I guess, where I rewatch Knives Out every like 2 to 3 years.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if that adds up correctly, but like...
Has it been enough time to do that more than once?
Oh, I've only seen it like 3 times. Ever.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think it came out in 2019?
Something like that, yeah.
And then 2022... And then now 2025?
Yeah, and Glass Onion was COVID movie. I don't remember.
2 or 3 years between them?
Yeah. But anyway, I've seen Knives Out like 3 times, and it was a very long distance away from each other. That's the important bit. So it's enough for me to forget the twist. Like, I'm hitting that point right now where I'm like forgetting what the twist is. Don't tell me. Don't tell me. So every time I watch it, it's like, you're like, oh shit, all over again.
Yep.
So I don't rewatch that one as much, but with Glass Onion, it was a little bit more predictable for me. Sure. It's more of a clear setup.
Glass Onion, I mean, it's really good, but I do feel like it's the one where if you really like Knives Out and you're clued into like the mystery aspect, you're thinking more aggressively about how to solve it when Glass Onion starts.
Yeah.
It doesn't really deliver on that. It's not more complicated. It's sort of the same level of mystery. So if you are good at like picking up on stuff or whatever, it doesn't feel as challenging. This new one, multiple times in the movie, there are like real like impossible knots that you're like, there is not a single thread here that makes any sense. And he still does it in a satisfying way. Which is so hard to do. Like, as a mystery writer, that is so hard to be like, I'm going to present you an impossibility that you cannot outthink, and then I'm going to explain it in a way that goes, oh, that actually makes total sense. So good. And it's got such a great cast. Going into the movie, I was like, the two hottest men in Hollywood are Josh O'Connor and Andrew Scott, and both of them are in this, and it's going to be great. Who? Somehow, Josh Brolin and Daniel Craig are the two hottest people in the movie. Even though Josh O'Connor... I
need to stop doing that.
You will not believe what you see with Josh O'Connor. Like, that is my man.
That's your man.
This movie, it is like, I have been watching TikTok edits of this man non-stop since this movie came out. He plays a hot priest who likes to fight people when he gets angry. It's like, okay, yeah, shut it down.
Okay. Yeah.
There is no way around how, like...
Beat it up.
It's crazy. He's so good in it. So my review is watch it no matter what, but watch it alone.
Because it's gonna be.
Yep. Oh.
Beat it up. Yeah. Watch it alone. Yeah, I know what time it is.
Exactly.
I know what time it is.
You get it.
Yeah.
So, highly recommend Wake Up Dead Man. We have to at some point have seen the same movie at the same time.
We still need to watch, or you need to watch Transformers 1 so we can talk about it.
I know.
Every single time we're like...
Transformers 1, then we'll have more content to mine for this podcast forever because we'll be on the same pages. But the other thing...
I feel like you're going to love that movie and it's going to be devastating to me.
I don't think I think that I likely will really enjoy the visuals and the production and whatever, but just from what you have told me about how it deals with the characters and the socio-political themes and things, I feel like I can lock into that pretty easily.
Yeah.
There's like, the analog I have for that is Spider-Verse, that like, Spider-Verse does kind of the same thing, which is it's like the new face of the animated side of this franchise forever. Yeah. And I can understand some of the criticisms people have for that, even though I think they're perfect movies. It's like I can engage with the tones and the story in a complicated way. So I'm sure I can do that with it.
But the thing is that every time I've talked to people that have seen Transformers 1 or even love the movie, they think that my hot takes are like insane. They're like, really? I don't see what you're talking about. And I'm like, girl, it's kind of clear as day, at least to me. Like I don't feel like I'm reading too much into it. The like rise up girl. Yeah. That just doesn't land very well. It doesn't read well.
Interesting. Okay.
But anyway, so I'm curious to see what you will think of it.
I will make sure I do it. I have put it off for far too long. I was gonna say the other topic of something to watch that I have seen now that you have not is Stranger Things, because we talked about it a couple weeks ago.
Oh,
but
goodness.
You said before we started recording that you had thoughts about this or wanted to talk about it, so I'm curious what you think.
No, I'm just curious to what you think, because I haven't been watching the show, but I was curious and went on that tumblr.com.
I was gonna say the discourse has been crazy.
Yeah, and that's the first thing I saw was like ship discourse.
I mean,
about the teenagers,
about that
children.
Aside, where do we begin on the ship discourse? So the end of the
Tell
show,
me about
they're all graduating high school. So there is a canonical, like, I can understand a romantic subplot being like somewhat part of it. And the older characters, the older 4 teenagers, lots of romantic love triangles and that shit throughout the series.
Yeah.
For the main characters, I understand they were at a point where a couple of them had been dating from early high school, so it like made sense for those plots to whatever. It's crazy. So the first half of the season drops, and I'm like mid on this, it's fine, but whatever. The second half drops, and I'm like, oh my god, they're running it into the ground. Like 4 straight episodes, or 3 straight episodes, where nothing happens. You don't discover anything, there's no new information. It is just people talking to each other and being like, we're about to have the craziest shit happen, and then nothing happens. So I'm thinking, we're going to limp across the finish line with this finale, and it's going to be really boring, and it's going to be whatever. I have thoughts about some big negatives in it, but the finale was basically as perfect as a finale could be. For this show. I was blown away. I was like, I can't believe. But then I understood that, like, the reason the season sucked is because the finale is so good, because all the good shit is there. So I think you could take the finale, and with very minor edits, you could just put that at the end of the previous season, and it would be the perfect show.
Man, that sucks.
It's just rough that they had to do a season of build-up to get to that finale.
Damn.
So it ends up being like, everything pays off, like, all this stuff is really good. I was really happy with the finale, and I was like, why did I have to waste so much time and so much filler to get to this great finale? So I don't know, it was tough. It's a 2-hour finale, and the action climax happens 1 hour in. So then you have an hour of like wrapping up loose threads and emotional moments and all this stuff.
Huh.
And then it's over.
Huh.
And the ship discourse is because my big criticism of it, and something that I will understand people being very upset about. I didn't clock this because I haven't rewatched the show in a very long time. But people have started really compiling and really getting into how I hate the buzzword of the term queerbait, but how the queerbaiting throughout 5 seasons culminated.
Yeah. I
don't really like queerbaiting because I understand and remember the era of the John Locke, Sherlock, and John Watson moment where I remember being younger and being like, oh, well, like, yeah, but also no. Like, it's very clear that the show would never commit to these two being in a relationship. So maybe they kind of wink and nod at it, but it's not that they're not trying to convince you they're gay and they're not trying to convince you they're not. They're just like, I don't know. It's like two men that live together. Of course, every once in a while on the show, somebody's going to make a joke about it. And the show is fundamentally about like Sherlock's emotional vulnerability being a point of problem with everyone in his life. So, of course, the person that lives with him is going to have the most of that. So it's going to look gay, and maybe they are, but the point is more that, like, he's becoming more emotionally available as the show goes on.
That's an interesting take.
That was my thought on it at the time. Maybe if I rewatched it, I would have different opinions.
I agree with that, because I watched that show, most of it. I don't think I, like, finished it ever, because I stopped caring.
Well, don't watch the 4th season. Talk about a letdown.
Oh, okay.
The 3rd season is, like, some of the most incredible television ever, and then the 4th is so bad.
Yeah, I remember liking it. I thought it was, like, kind of... I watched it when I was, like, a teenager on the internet. Like, it was just kind of natural for that to happen. But I never got into the super Hulak, whatever. Shockingly.
Right.
Shockingly.
I watched some of Doctor Who at the time, but yeah, I was never the same.
I've seen, like, the Angel arc, all the Angel episodes of Doctor Who, and that's kind of it. I've seen a couple other ones, like, here and there, but it's usually someone, like, sitting me down, like, we're gonna watch a Doctor Who episode, and I'm like... Okay, girl, let's get this bag.
Yeah.
Like I don't know anything that happens in the show.
It's a show with like the highest highs and the lowest lows. And I'm not even talking about like if you watch the 60s stuff. I mean, from like 2009 onward, you will have episodes that look like they were made for $14 on a weekend,
which I love.
And you'll have other and that'll be the one with the good story.
Yeah.
And you'll have episodes where they spent $100 million and it's so boring.
Yeah, that's really my experience watching Doctor Who, where it's like, I'm like, oh, that's a cool premise, and then it's like a 22-minute episode, right? And I'm just like,
well, I think they're longer. I think they're like 45.
Oh, okay.
They're long, but still, yes.
It feels like 22 minutes, and I'm like, okay, all right.
Yeah, a lot of the show, when the show's at its best, it's dealing more with like the characters than like the premise of the episode. Mm-hmm. But it's hard to do that when it is like a Monster of the Week.
I was about to say, yeah,
it's almost impossible to have an episode that's just about the relationship the characters have to each other. But there are concepts in that, especially in the Matt Smith stuff, which is mostly what I watched when I was younger, that are really, really strong. There's an arc where one of the characters is like, I don't remember exactly how this is set up, but she's like put to sleep with a chemical drug, whatever, and locked in this big stone box, and she's going to be in there for 1,000 years.
Love.
And one of the other characters, through other sci-fi foibles, has been turned into like a living robot android.
Love.
And it's her husband. So he then stands guard outside this box for 1,000 years. And the episode becomes about how he like preserves it through 1,000 years of human history from invasion and explosion and whatever. That's character work and sci-fi in a way that is devastating and so good.
And
then you'll get other episodes that are like, and we went to the casino planet and we had to break up their gambling ring because like gambling's bad. And you're like, oh, 2 episodes ago it was like the most existential love story ever. Anyway.
I know I just said horny like 20 times, but that shit is horny.
It's such a profound love story. You're like, I know he's beating it up crazy style.
No, bouncing on it. Bouncing on it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, 1,000 years, you know they opened up.
Beat it up.
Didn't speak a word to each other.
Oh, yeah.
For weeks.
I hope so, for both their sake. Damn. God, yeah.
The Stranger Things queerbaiting finale is unlike that. Well, so it pays off. There's proper escalation of everything. It gets to a point with the action and the whatever where I was like, this is awesome. Like, we're finally getting this, like, what's the big reveal, the big sci-fi, whatever. Awesome. They nail that. I thought. The queerbaiting thing is really rough because there's a scene prior to this last episode, but in this season, where one of the main characters comes out. He's gay, and it's the whole thing. We've known as the audience that he's gay for a while, but then we have the real scene where he talks to everybody. There's a story reason for it as well. They're fighting a guy who can get in your mind and use your fears against you. So he comes out to everyone so that during this final battle, that guy won't be able to, like, use that against him.
Oh.
Which makes sense in the context of the story. There is a good reason for him to come out to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of, homophobic people online are going to be like, why do you have to be gay when the world is ending? And it's like, well, they tell you. They explain very clearly why he has to do this.
Yeah.
So that's fine. But he confesses during that, while making direct eye contact with another character, that, like, and I had a close friend who I fell for, and it was like a whole thing. But he says during that, like, but I realized that, like, it's more about finding myself than it is about getting that person. And I'm like, okay, I can understand.
Love.
Here's the problem.
Oh.
Here's the problem. There's one other gay character in the show. It's Robin. It's Maya Hawke's character.
Really?
Yeah, she's
Damn.
great.
Okay.
So she has a girlfriend during this whole season who we met last season.
Mm-hmm.
She encourages him to come out. She's like, it's okay. These people are safe. Like, I'm gay. It took a long time or whatever. She tells this story about being like, I liked somebody when I was younger. I realized that it was more about finding myself than getting that person. So I moved on. Now I have this girlfriend who I love, and it worked out for me. In the moment, he comes out, he says it, he overtly is like, my friend that I fell for, I was not supposed to have, he's just like Robin's friend. He kind of makes an allusion to that story and be like, this is just someone I liked. I'm not supposed to necessarily get them. It's about finding myself.
Mm-hmm.
The show does not respect that decision because later in the finale,
Mm-hmm.
there's a moment where those two characters, him and Mike, the other guy, are alone on this balcony. And they're talking to each other, and Will, who's the one who came out, is like, I had to do that, whatever. And Mike, who he's talking to, is like, I'm so sorry. He, like, very much apologizes, and he's like, I'm so sorry, like, I should have been there for you more when we were younger, and, like, I didn't understand, but, like, I'm your friend, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a moment where Will goes, okay, well, I appreciate that. Like, we can still be friends. And Mike goes, friends? No. And he goes, and you see him light up, and he goes, best friends? Yes. And it is as if the creators of the show looked right at the camera and were like, if you're gay, fuck you. Because then, the only other gay character in, like, the epilogue scene, after everything's wound down, she's single. She doesn't have her girlfriend anymore.
This is the girlfriend die?
No. She's just gone. She just doesn't appear anymore. After one action scene, she's just gone from the show. So they very overtly remove the romantic connections of the only two gay characters and go, they're actually happy because they're single. Guess what they don't do with the two kids from the thing that are in straight relationships? They don't do that.
They're together
forever. Their
forever.
relationships as their happiness comes from the fact that they got a happy ending with the person they were in love with. In both cases. So it's like...
I'm so tense from the friends. No.
It was such a
middle
finger.
That's like, I've been there, and like the friends know, and they're like trying to be all lighthearted and accepting, but like the sinking feeling of being like, I'm about to get murdered.
Right.
It's like so like, why would you do that? Why would you do that? I hate that.
It is, yeah. It
I
basically,
hate that.
like, it creates this idea that, like, the gay characters get happiness from being who they're meant to be. But
You can't commit sodomy.
From getting a relationship.
Yeah.
Which it's like, why would you set that up as, like, and then they, of course, they do what every show like this would do, and he has a little, he has, like, 2 frames of boyfriend in the epilogue, where it's like, he moved away to a big city, and then he, like, holds some guy's hand, and then it cuts. And it's like, okay, well, I mean, yeah, sure. But, like, that's the point. Is that, like, if for him to be happy and to be gay, it has to be, like, he goes off and finds a boyfriend. But for all the other characters, all the, Winona Ryder's character, I don't want to spoil anything, but obviously if you're watching,
spoil it to me. I'm not going to watch this shit.
Get married. That's the end of their arc, which is a good payoff for them.
Yeah.
But again, it's like everyone else gets, like, 11... The whole thing is it's kind of an ambiguous ending if she dies or not. She maybe gets to escape forever, or maybe she dies. Regardless, she's never going to see Mike again, and that's the whole deal. But they prioritize that Mike is having to deal with the enormous trauma of the only relationship, the only person he'll ever love. Mm-hmm. And the end of the show is about how he has to, like, kind of delude himself into believing she lived in order to be sane because she's the only person he's ever loved. And for Will, they just go, epilogue boyfriend. And it's like, but that's the plot of the show! So all the sci-fi stuff paid off so well that I was like, damn, they really like don't give a shit about the gay characters, even though the show is about. It's 5 seasons of getting the courage to come out to your mom. And then it's like, and fuck you.
And he went to, like, this fucking parallel hell universe, too.
Right. It's also the people that suffer. I mean, not everybody. Obviously, everybody in the show suffers to an enormous extent. But that kid specifically, the story of the show is that he gets abducted, he goes through all these horrible things.
He just has no wins the entire show.
Yes,
yeah.
So it's very hard to see that done. Not because I believe that, like, stories should be told in a certain way. It's not that like fans should get to decide what characters get married at the end. Mm-hmm. It's if you set out to do something, if you present a show that has this as like a core part of it, that like we're going to show you a tormented main character kid, and part of why he's tormented is the process of growing up is more difficult for him in the 80s in this friend group because he's the only gay one. Mm-hmm. Then you also have your other characters, and you say, for these characters, they are going to get relationships, and that we're going to show that getting that relationship fixed all the problems in their life and made them happy, and we're not going to allow this character to go through that. It's like, well, what was the point then?
My opinion on Will, I haven't, like, seen, I think, the last 2 seasons at this point, but, like, just from everything I've seen of the show and hear about it, it feels like they had such a strong setup for Will as a central character, but they really just, like, don't know what to do with him and bungle it so hard.
Well, honestly,
because like when I think about it, it's like you could have done an Arrival situation with Will so easily.
Yep.
Like the whole setup was there. That was the entire thing the first season. You could have like Twin Peaksed it even. Mm-hmm. And like you like maybe people would be like, oh, it's too much like Twin Peaks, it's too much like Arrival. Like just get it, make it just weird. Yeah.
No one says that, like, no one watches Twin Peaks and go, this sucks because it's like Arrival.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's good. It's just going to enter the pantheon of stuff that uses those things and is great.
Yeah.
It's hard because I think one of the reasons that the queerbait accusation has so much ground is because there's so much of the show.
Well, yeah, Netflix had like memes for forever. It was like Byler. It's like
they were. There's a whole thing where there's an arc in the previous season where Will does a painting for Mike, gives it to him, and Mike is like, "This is so beautiful," but then Will panics and goes, "Oh yeah, 11 made it for you, your girlfriend." And it's setting up this idea that Will is the one who actually likes him enough to like know him, but 11 is his girlfriend. So there's all of that. There's just so much about the relational aspect between these characters where it's not a love triangle, and it's not executed in a way that satisfies any of the questions. It just looks like the gay character suffers the entire show from being gay, and then doesn't, and then it's like, that's it.
Yeah.
So that was weird. That was difficult. Also hilarious, because they said before the finale aired, they're like, there's one scene in this finale that sets up the spin-off we're going to do. So
spin-off?
They're doing a spin-off. Apparently it's all new characters, all new town, has nothing to do with the original show, but there will be a spin-off. The whole episode of the finale, I'm like, okay, cool, like, let's see what this spin-off is going to be like. And they're going and I'm waiting for the finale to, pull off some spin-off, whatever.
Finn Wolfhard walking out of the Endgame portal.
Yeah, literally. Like, you're waiting for the moment. After the episode's over, I'm like, what the hell was that? And I look it up to see what the spin-off is, and it's a scene that, like, has absolutely no... Like, I'm not interested in it at all. I don't think anyone watched that episode and would be like, oh, what's the story there? But that's what they're doing the spin-off on. And I'm like, oh, weird. Like, almost to the extent... Not that you could have, but... Almost to the extent that you could have cut that scene and it wouldn't have affected the finale. That's how little it matters.
Oh my God.
It's almost to that level, but that's what they're spinning off. And I'm like, okay, weird. Okay. It's just odd, but...
Yeah.
The sci-fi stuff that works great. The Mind Flayer is the big bad. They really, really get to that point where you feel... It feels like first season is its own story. Mm-hmm. They get so popular that they go, okay, we're going to do another season at least. Yeah. So season 2, they write a story for season 2, and it's great. I really like season 2 as a story. Then they realize that they're going to do 5 seasons, so they go, well, we need to come up with 3 seasons, but we only really have time to come up with 1 new season. So they write all of season 3, and then it feels like that is where they decided, oh, what if this was all one big story? Why don't we do that? So then they write 2 seasons, but they don't write 2 seasons, they write 1 season and the finale, and they go, we'll just fill in season 5 when we get there. And then they do, and season 5 is all filler. And it's like, oh, well.
Yeah.
It's rough. I mean, it was a good finale, but the character work was pretty rough in that regard.
It reminds me of Killing Eve in a way. It's like one of my favorite television shows of all time, but like the last season is entirely inconsequential. It's like I can't spoil it actually because it's so good, and I think you would like it.
Yeah.
But there's a payoff for like the tension of the entire series, basically.
Nice.
And then the start of the season is like trying to explore that new situation. And then they're like, okay, and then what if it all just fucking like got nuked?
Oh.
And then it's like it doesn't. It just
like
doesn't
How I
make
Met Your
sense.
Mother thing. It's like
I haven't seen it.
I've only seen some of it, but I know that like one of the central things about that show is like the friendship between these two characters, and they're pretty overt about like this is the status quo of these characters. And then in the last episode, they kind of bait and switch and rearrange to get to an ending. So a lot of people don't like the ending because they feel like it betrays basically all of the show up to that point.
Damn.
And so it's the same deal. I mean, I will say, it's not, Stranger Things was not a Game of Thrones by any means. It was not, like, so bad that you can't rewatch it. I could see myself rewatching the show in 10 or 15 years if I want to, but...
That's damning.
But it's like, I'm not going to rewatch it for that long. I want to wait till I have forgotten basically everything.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, maybe it would be fun to rewatch. But I'm still going to know... The thing is, I still would know the ending now, and I don't think that it has that kind of rewatchability, because I think that once you know everything, they didn't put clues in there the whole time because they didn't know what it was. So it's not like a
Black box.
Black box, like it's not like The Good Place, where you can watch the first season of The Good Place and be like in love with it the second time you watch it because you're waiting for the twist that now you're looking for. It's not like that. It's like, I don't know. It's just like it doesn't really set anything up. It's just like a story that goes all the way through.
Did I ever tell you about how I like loved The Good Place and I watched all of it, but I like had a really bad breakup like right as halfway through I was watching the last episode, and I started sobbing my eyes out, and I just never went back to it.
Oh my god! You've never seen the end of the last episode?
I saw like the first, because it's like an hour or something, right?
Yeah, it's a long finale.
I watched like the first 30 minutes, and then something happened about my relationship at the time, and it was COVID.
Oh no!
And I think and then I started like bawling my fucking eyes out. It's really funny looking back, but like,
Brutal.
Yeah, because it's all about like true love and all that, and I was just like,
a lot of that finale is about how like the emotional payoff of everything was more about the love connection than the life they were living.
Yeah,
like,
it's like they're talking about like actually dying. Yeah. Spoilers. They're talking about like actually dying, and like, because Chidi's ready to go first or something like that, right? And Eleanor isn't.
I think that's right.
Yeah, it's fucking devastating.
Yeah, it's a really good ending, but it does also, like, if you're not in the headspace for it, it can be rough.
Yeah,
I don't know that I know anybody who hasn't really cried at that, because it's such a tight show.
It's so good.
I mean, I think in 10 years we'll view that as, like, the greatest network sitcom ever, because it's so tight. It's 4 seasons of perfect pacing.
Barry, too.
It goes, I have not seen Barry, but I've heard the same thing
Girl,
about
you need to get on
I do need to watch it. I'm a little bit more hesitant now than I used to be about, like, prestige television like that. But it's more about time commitment, and Barry's not long enough that I would be worried about it.
No, it's like 20-minute episodes each.
Oh, okay,
They're
sweet.
short.
Nice.
I think in the last 2 seasons, they go to 40, if I'm remembering right. They get a little bit longer.
Interesting. Because I watched, like, Breaking Bad and Mad Men and all that, and Sopranos and stuff. But those were at a time where I had a lot of time that I was watching TV, and I wouldn't start something like that now.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to watch The Wire, but I've never started that for the same reason, because I'm like, it's just so much. Like,
I still haven't finished Breaking Bad because it was an hour, and I binged it when I was, like, unemployed.
Yeah, I haven't rewatched Sopranos for the same reason. It's just like I don't have the time to do that. I had it at a time that I did. It was during COVID, but now it's like, it's not worth the effort. So
yeah, Barry's really good. It's funny. That's like what kept me going. It was like it's a really good dark comedy.
Yeah, I mean, he's such a legend as a comedic actor. I don't doubt that it's.
But it's like it hits so hard.
The guy from that is in Superman, Anthony Corrigan, the bald guy.
Oh, NoHo Hank?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him. I always forget his name. But like everything I see him in, I'm like, this is how I know it's gonna be
great
heat.
In Superman, so I bet he's even better in Barry. And isn't Henry Winkler in it? The Fonz?
Yes, I think so.
He's in Arrested Development. He's their lawyer, and he's hilarious in that.
I forget like all the names of everyone in the show other than Bill Hader.
White hair.
Yeah, he's the
the
acting coach.
He's kind of jumpy.
He's one of the main characters. Okay. He's great. He's great. Everyone in that show just kills it.
Damn,
it's so good.
I gotta watch it. I'm sure it's great. 99% of what we do here is just being like,
we got to do this.
Like, have you seen this? No, I haven't seen it. Yeah, but have you seen this?
we got to spend like a weekend together or something where we just knock out every movie. Bumblebee, Rise of the Beast, Transformers 1.
I don't even recommend you watch Rise of the Beast. I don't think you're gonna get much out of it.
Well, I gotta be prepared for the G.I. Joe spinoff.
That's true. Are they ever gonna make that? I guess I just realized that was in
I don't know.
2022 that I saw that movie, or maybe 23, but 22, and then they didn't even announce.
I feel like they're gonna pivot to Energon Universe movies at this point.
Well, that's what it would be, right? If they did it
Has
now,
to be, yeah.
that'd be sweet. But I think I could see a world where within the next couple years we have a proper Transformers live action reboot that is handled by a whole new creative team.
God,
If
I fucking
anything,
hope so.
that
Michael
could
Bay.
really work in a
Sick of
DCU
this.
Superman world where they're like, people want their superhero movies like whimsical and fun. Imagine you put an Edgar Wright on a Transformers movie and it's amazing. Like, it'd be awesome.
God, that reminds me. I think I've mentioned this on the pod before. The Edgar Wright Grasshopper Jungle movie that never came to be.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Grasshopper Jungle was my favorite book in high school,
Okay, yeah.
like ever made.
Wait, maybe we did talk about this.
Yeah,
Okay, yeah.
It's about like a boy who's a Polish immigrant and he's bi-curious and he has a crush. He's in love with his best friend, but he's dating his girlfriend who he also loves.
Right.
And it's about this internal conflict, and then him and his best friend start the end of the world.
Okay, wow, damn.
It's really good, like on accident.
Yeah.
It's so fucking good. It's just a really good character study. Apparently, there's a sequel that came out that I haven't read, but yeah, I remember after I read that, I was looking up if there was going to be an adaptation or something, and IMDb was like Edgar Wright Grasshopper Jungle. He had the rights to it or something.
If I had a nickel for every time Edgar Wright was going to direct something with a bug in the title and then it didn't happen, I'd have 2 nickels, which is not a lot, but weird that it happened twice.
Was he going to direct a Spider-Man?
He's going to direct Ant-Man. He wrote an Ant-Man movie, and it was like somewhat into production, and then they canned it and they did those, shit MCU movies, which is very funny because it proves it's like the smoking gun for what people speculate about MCU movies, which is that like they're 100% studio controlled and you have no artistic vision. But I also think that's why James Gunn was able to make Guardians of the Galaxy, because I think Edgar Wright leaves Ant-Man and then Guardians comes out shortly thereafter, and it was clear that they were like, oh, that was bad PR with Edgar Wright. Why don't we see what happens if we give a random character to some like good director, and James Gunn can operate well on a studio. But he was clear when he made Guardians that like they never once interfered, and it's like, oh, okay, because they learned from Ant-Man. They were like, oh, we fucked it up with Edgar Wright.
Interesting.
And everyone would love that, so let's try doing it with him. And then we have the best. But I'm like, damn, we should go back. Like, an Edgar Wright superhero movie, like a real superhero movie, would be awesome. I know that's what Scott Pilgrim is.
Yeah.
But like, it would be amazing.
It would be really, really
I
good.
hope. I don't know. I haven't seen The Running Man. That's his new one. And
oh yeah, I need to watch that one. I haven't seen the original.
Kind of iffy on it.
I heard mixed things. Some people were like, "This is really fun and entertaining, and it serves its purpose," and I'm like, "Great." And then other people hated
it's a remake, right? So
yeah, I haven't seen the original with Arnold.
Oh, that's who's in the original?
Yeah.
I hadn't even looked it up. Damn.
I'm pretty sure.
Damn.
One of those, if I'm remembering right.
Damn.
But yeah.
I'm gonna see what.
How are we on time?
Yeah, we're pretty much getting there. We can circle it up.
Okay.
I was gonna say the one thing to touch on now that we've sort of beat it into the ground in the last couple episodes, but we both have got the new Skinbreaker issue.
I haven't read it.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to acknowledge, because I looked ahead at the solicits and everything, that we're 2 issues away from the end. It's 5 and 6 at the end. But that is really good news, because that means that issue 6 will come out in February, and Comic-Con is in March. So we will meet David Finch immediately after the book ends. And we'll get to talk to him about the entire thing. And ideally we can get, a signed copy of the collected edition if they put that out right away.
That'd be so cool.
Hopefully. If not, we'll have to have him sign other stuff. But
yeah.
I'm going to bring him a stack of those books to get signatures on, because I want them all, But anyway, that's a little tease. If we can do a video with him or talk to him, whatever, regardless, we'll meet him because we'll wait at the booth.
I'm going to shit my pants. I say that every time you bring this up. I'm going to piss and shit in front of David.
It's just been such a thread on this podcast, and I'm like, we're almost there.
I'm going to piss and shit all over. It's going to spill out of my little diaper.
Hey, Mr. Finch, this is my pal Mick. He's a big fan of your work. And then just look over and you're just...
Yeah.
Like, okay, can I get a signature? And also, where's the bathroom?
I got it.
I haven't looked at the...
Mr. Finch, I have to clean up my diaper. Mr. Finch.
He's like, yeah, I'm getting security over here. I haven't looked at the list of other people that are going to be there, but I hope that there's a wider spread of indie creators. We get great creators from like the independent scene.
We really do.
At Emerald City Comic Con. So I hope we have a bunch we can talk to. I'm sure there's people from the Transformers mix somewhere in there. We'll go.
Oh yeah,
the
there's
list.
gotta be.
I'm sure there will be people that we can coordinate with. Because I would love if we can do that. Even if we can't get David Finch, if we can do a little video with someone who worked on a Transformers comic. I mean, out of this world. It'd be amazing.
You're gonna pull all the names because I'm like, I know things, but I don't know people ever.
I don't know stuff enough to know, but usually on the site they'll list their credits, so you can just go by creative team and be like, do any of them have Transformers listed?
Yeah.
And then
a lot of the voice actors for Transformers stuff that are like have happened to be in Transformers hit up a lot of stuff.
That would be sweet.
Speaking of, I watched the first episode of Rescue Bots last night. My friend kind of forced me to. It's the one for toddlers.
Okay, I was gonna say
it's the one for like 4-year-olds.
Interesting.
Steve Bloom is one of the main characters.
Okay.
Why was he there? Why was he... For your show for 4-year-olds, and Peter Cullen is there for like 4 seconds and then goes away?
Wait, what?
As Optimus? Yeah, of course.
In the toddler show?
In the toddler, of course. This was during like the Prime era, so he was still Optimus for almost everything.
Wow.
Well, how did they get Steve Bloom? He was like fresh off the boat of Transformers Prime. How did they get him for one of the main characters?
They must have contractually had it where like if you do the real shit, then you also have to do some of this stuff. It's like when an actor does like the movie and then they also voice the video game character, where you're like you clearly didn't want to do this, but you're like contractually.
He doesn't even voice the same character. He voices like one of the main guys.
Oh, I thought it was the same character.
No, because he voices Starscream in Prime. I was so gagged. He hadn't even had a speaking line yet, by the way. He groaned, and I was like, is that fucking Steve Bloom? Like, I just knew.
That's more a reflection on you.
Well, he's in everything I love. He's in Transformers a shit ton, apparently. He's in Metal Gear. He's Hot Coldman, I think is his name. He's just in so many things that I like. Cowboy Bebop, my ear is attuned and affixed. He's in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, girl.
Damn. Maybe he's gonna be at Comic-Con. Maybe we can find him.
Apparently he's a piece of shit. I don't want to talk to him.
Never mind.
Robin Atkin Downs, though, hello, girl. I want to talk to him. He's also in Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines, and he's Kazuhira Miller in Metal Gear.
The voice actor and some of the comic spaces, you're gonna know a lot more of these people than I would. Because I'm going like who has worked at like Marvel, DC, and sometimes Image, and you have that whole other world of like voice actors and the independent stuff, like not independent like Hasbro doesn't own them, but like the Transformers world that has its own pantheon of people.
It's so weird. There's the aligned novel writers and shit.
Yeah,
there's a whole thing that I don't even know. There's all the like IDW writers. I don't know those. I don't know them.
We'll figure it out. We'll
I don't know them.
We'll make it happen. It's coming up. If you're a listener, get ready.
I need to buy tickets.
Closer to it, we should do like a fan meetup. Like if people want to come say hey while we're at Comic-Con.
I'm gonna be really weird. Disclaimer. Would love to be like, oh, I'm a fan of the pod. Great girl. Didn't the camera die?
The camera died, but I don't know when, so it's just gonna be
girl, I'm gonna be really weird. Yeah. I'm gonna piss and shit. If anyone is like, I know you.
There are a lot of other comic talk creators that go to Emerald City Comic Con, so I'm really hoping to make that connection and to get to see some of those people that are on the TikTok side of comic fandom. So
interesting.
We'll see, but we'll see.
I'm gonna have to be like cosplayed or some shit, girl. The way I'm just gonna be like,
just standing.
That's all I'm gonna be doing. I love just looking at things. I like going to the panels. That's what I like to do.
That we're at of like making stuff. It's not really a question of like fans. It's more like people that are also interested in the thing. So then it's just about the shared interest. I think you have to get to such a tier before people are showing up being like, can I get a picture with you? It's like, I would love to do that, but I don't think that's like where we're at or where we would be at. I think it would just be people being like, oh, I love Transformers. Like, sweet, we talk about Transformers.
I gotta get like a shirt or something to strike up those conversations.
Yeah, you could have a Transformers shirt that's got like, one of the series or creators or runs or whatever that's like a little more obscure, that's whatever.
Pardon me.
People go crazy for that.
Oh, girl, we can make shirts. I have my screen printing supplies. We should do that.
God.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. We could do like a little plug on the back
and then
or something.
You can get merch from us at Comic-Con. Screen print 2 sell toys, shirts, and sell them at Comic-Con.
Like 20 of them.
Very exclusive.
Would be.
All right. Well, we should probably circle it up. Hopefully that camera's not dead either. It's fine. You guys listen to the sound of our voices. That's what's special about the podcast.
Beat it up. I'm being a freak. Okay.
Oh my god.
Okay, bye.
We'll see
bye.
You guys. Bye.